Okay, so I have already created a collection, imported the images that I wanted to edit, that I called myself, and now what I'm going to do is select all of these images. Actually, I also want, I'm going to open the first image here, and I'm going to select from the list of profiles that I have saved the Fujifilm 2024 that I created, and I'm also going to add the film background preset that I created, which is an AI masking that is automatically auto-detecting the background, and it's adding there a preset that I created for the background, which emulates film, the look of film. And then from here, since I have already pasted the profile and added the mask, I'm going to do a sync replace so that I basically have the film background already there for all of my images just because I like it. I created this for myself, and I'm also providing this to clients during the signature session because when I show them, they always ask me to receive that. I was wearing headphones because they are mowing the lawn um, of the house next to mine. Let's go back. So this is going to take a couple of minutes. I'm going to pause the video and we are going to start editing right after that. It has now finished. I'm going to deselect the images to the library module, and I am going to quickly select few images. For example, let's start from this one and this one. So my thought process is I was selecting this image because I wanted to have an anchor image to edit all of these images, but then I saw that I have an image with the groom and it's perfect because I have his skin tone and also the white of his blues. So that's going to be even better. I'm going to edit one of these just to have a reference there. And these were very warm. Going to edit this one. Here I'm going to edit one of these just to have a reference. One of her on the stairs. Then we moved to the outside, which was very, very sunny. I'm going to edit one of these and use that as a reference. One of her walking in the sun. And then here we moved for this champagne tower. I'm going to edit this one. I can see that the light is changing here from very sunny to bit of a cloudy lighting situation here. So I'm going to edit the image with the bride because she has a white dress, and of course couple is the most important subject of the wedding. And then I really want to move this one there so that I can have a reference, but actually these are very two different lighting situation. I'm going to edit the image of them kissing and use that as a reference. Then here we have the aperitivo. So I'm going to choose this one because again, I have the white of the umbrella here, which is going to be helpful for me to have a white reference. Then there was the first dance. I'm probably going to edit this one, the second one. More aperitivo shots, which I'm going to put here. Then some sunset portraits in the sun and then in the shade. So one for the sun and one for the shade as a reference. And then we moved to the details. I'm going to do a wider shot. I'm going to bring Mario here, the photographer, wider, wider, wider. And I also want to do one of the a closer shot. I'm going to do this one and use this one to edit the rest of these images. This is again a wider shot, so I'm going to put that there. Kind of think that this is a wider shot, and I love this image. Can't wait to see how this one turns out. And these are the most beautiful portraits that I took. So I'm probably going to edit. Is this in focus? It is. This one as a reference to edit all of these images. These two are a bit warmer, but I'm just going to adjust. And these are my last two shots. Yay. Now I'm going to just select the red color coded images, which are my anchor images, which are 20 images out of 120. Perfect. And as you can see, I am working in the Villa Rizzardi Valpolicella Italy collection, which is the collection that I created for this wedding. And now, I'm sorry. Okay, now I can see better. And I'm also going with command select the ref, which is my reference catalog that I created. And let me give this a 7 label color code, which is yellow, so that I can then select both collections. I'm going to select red and yellow because why isn't this working? Because okay, perfect. Now it's working. I had the flag filter on. Now it's working. So that now I'm only going to focus on my anchor images that I need to edit. But I also have my reference collection there, which are film scans from my top photographers, the one that I'm most drawn to, the one that I'm most inspired by. And I'm going to use their images to reference to contrast, white balance, exposure, skin tones, all of the things that I like and that I love about their style. And let's start from a very neutral scene. Kind of want to start from here. Now, for this video and this example, this is not a real wedding that I'm editing for a client where I have 1,200 images. I only have 100 images here because I was just assisting the photographer and I have my camera with me, which I wanted to test. So I don't have many images, but if I were to have a closer up shot in this location with this lighting situation, I would start from that image because this is a perfect cloudy lighting situation where I can edit this image and see how their skin tones look in a neutral lighting situation. And then I would move to a lighting situation like this one in full sun where I can use the previous image that I edited as a reference because I know how her skin tone looks in a neutral lighting situation. And I know that I'm going to edit this one, which is going to be a tad warmer. It's just making my job easier. So I'm just trying to make my job easier. I just love this image. I kind of want to start from there just to see how that turns out. But I guess we're going to wait. This is not the image that I needed to edit. It's this one. Let me pull up a reference. Perfect. So I see that it did not crop 4:3. I like the 4:3 cropping, which is sorry, I'm thinking about what I'm doing and also talking, which is the 4:3 120 film crop. See how the one on the left is a film scan, and by doing the cropping 4:3, I'm already at a good starting point. Let's see what the auto white balance does. It does an awful job. I'm going to pick this target and try to pick a neutral white and see what that does. Okay, it seems like it's reading a lot of green because it's adding a lot of magenta. I want to add, this is what the film background is doing, and I love it so much. I kind of want their skin tone to look more peachy. And kind of want this to be even brighter. I'm going to add a little bit of light there. Okay. I really love it. Yeah, there is a lot of yellow there. Let's just remove a tad of that. I will leave the hue there, but yes, I love that. I'm okay with that. I think it looks great. Shall we do a very quick before and after just to see how this looks now? This too pink, too magenta? Or is the reference the previous image? Yeah, the first few images are, no, I think it's okay. I think it looks okay because their skin looks beautiful. Okay, let's probably just do something like this, removing, okay, saturation from purple and magenta. I am happy with this. No, thank you. I'm going to stay here, stay there. Okay. Okay. Let's now copy the settings except from the white balance. I want to paste it to the next image and see how it looks. So moving to the next image and pasting the settings. Okay, wow, already, wow, I'm loving it, loving it. Love this. Where is my reference? Okay, this is as show white balance. Let me check what auto does. Adding a lot of magenta again. So I'm going back I saw that it was about 30, so I'm going to add magenta as I like. Just a tiny bit more of warmth and 2 points of magenta. I don't know if I love the heaviness here in this part of the image since they are under the umbrella. So I'm just going to create a radial gradient, lift blacks just a tiny bit. Let me see the before and after. Yeah, that is so much better. So much better. So this is the before. Why am I moving away from the microphone? And this is the after. I like it. I like it. I love it. Okay, again, I still have the same settings as before. I'm going to paste those here and see what it does. Auto white balance, although I know that I need to. Okay, let's go with the auto white balance. Let's do a quick crop of the image. Don't want this person there, and I kind of want to include more of that beautiful light in the top left corner. Mm. I am okay with that. It's okay. Okay, let's warm up this image because it needs, and let's also see what it is. This is a highlight. Let's go around here. Better. Better. Already better. I'm just adjusting white balance for this tricky image. And I'm probably going to do something like this, where I lift the blacks from the top, the bottom right corner there, and also add some light because not liking the heaviness on her back since she is in the shade. Okay, now let's try it. So this is without the effect. This is a very dramatic and drastic change. We'll probably go around here. Love it. Okay, now I'm going to focus again that I can better see her skin tone on the skin tone. Just adding a little bit of the shadows there. Really love how you can see the candlelight there. What about her skin tone? Let me pull up very quickly this image. It's more magenta, so probably around here, and I think we need some warmth. Not too much because they are in the shade, but to a point where it's matching the image on the left better. This is the before, this is the after. Might be too warm for you, too cool, too magenta. This is my personal preference. When I do the signature size session, I do ask a lot of feedback while doing this on a Zoom call. So to me, this looks great. I'm now going, and then I'm just editing image by image, and then what I do is I go back and I do a revision of those 20 images together, just making sure that those look cohesive, that her skin tone and his skin tone look cohesive. And when I have that set of 20 images very cohesive, then I move forward to edit the rest of the 100 images that I have in my catalog left to edit. Okay, I love the composition here. Love it so much. Love it. What I'm not loving it is this. So I'm going to use generative AI, hoping it's going to do a great job. If you want to know how to use this tool, I have a YouTube video on my YouTube explaining a bit more on how to use it. I knew this was going to be very tricky. So let's try this again. I'm going to remove this. We've already been recording for 20 minutes. Yes. Basically, what I did was sampling more because I hope you can still hear me. I have noticed that, as you saw before, if you sample just the object that you want to remove, sometimes it does not do a great job. So if you're sampling more, letting him detect what's around, it's going to do a better job at removing that object based off the surrounding. And I think it did a great job. It actually looks like it was like this. Perfect. I am considering doing auto white balance very quickly. You can see that there is a lot of update the background. See what this does. Film background, I might want more. So this is 0. This is 100. Yeah, love it. Around here, okay. I think I love this image as is. Let me we have a harsh light situation. Yes, we do. Wow, the color of the sky is perfect. It's perfect. Probably could use more grain in this image just to get something like that. Just to ruin the image a little bit. I love this. I love this image. Oh my god. This is the before. This is the after. Of course, it's love it. I love it. Okay. Let's jump to these images, which I'm the most excited about. And then I'll do the rest. Pasting the settings as before. Probably going to try the auto transform and see what it does. Okay. Now I'm going to do the auto white balance just to help me with warming up the image quicker. This is something that I always do while editing very large catalogs. Even though I then picked my custom white balance, I'm really referencing to the image on the left because I really love the white balance there. Okay. I love this image. Before and after. I'm in love with this. I love that a lot of the guests there had these point and shoot film cameras, and I shot with these cameras because while I was shooting with my cameras, the film camera that I had on me, and also the digital camera that I was using and that I'm editing here, I was also taking pictures of them, and I offered to take pictures with their point and shoot, and they were thriving. I'm going to revise that later. Now let's quickly do this one, which I'm really curious to see how it looks. I don't know why, but this is bothering me a lot, so I'm just quickly going to remove that. Okay, better. I like the contrast of cooler tones and warmer tones. Let me see the before and after. Warming up the image just a tiny bit. I'm in love with it. Removing just a tad of magenta because it's probably too much for my taste. I love how we also have these cooler tones here, as we have in the film there. I'm probably going to do that, and kind of want more luminance in the midtones and not too much in the highlights because we already have a lot. Just a tiny bit. The background, let's update the background and see what that does. So this is without the background and this is with the background. Love it, but I don't want this to be too cool. But I definitely want that to be a screen. Something around that. Okay, I love it. I'm satisfied with this. Let's move to the meat of the shoot, which was the sunset portrait. Very different lighting situation, but I think it's the closest image that I have. Probably this one also. Let's see. Let's go back to this image real quick. Okay. Cropping. It's close to 30 minutes of me talking. So I would need to speed up. Love the composition. Let me be careful with this because it's already blown out. What I can do is auto detect. Just auto detect the sky. Remove the whites there so that looking at the histogram, I am removing the blown out whites, except from here, but I'm okay. It's not a big problem. Then I might want to, let's see what I can do. The amount of magenta, it's crazy. Now, instead of a linear gradient and instead of adding an AI mask on them, I deleted the image. What? I wanted to delete the mask, not the image. So I'm considering what to do on them because they're really dark. So I was thinking a linear gradient just in the top here, but it's also going to leave the shadows here, which I really like. I was thinking about an AI mask on them, but it's going to look really fake because I don't know, I just have this sensation. So what I'm going to do is a gradient on them that also soften the look of what I'm doing here so that I have a softer I want more magenta on them. Oh, sorry. Loving this. And this could even be something like this so that the effect is even softer. Like it. I don't have a very similar reference here. I'm going just to check how they look in the shade here. I just probably want to change this and have wow, I really like that. I really like their skin tones now, even though it's not a close-up portrait. I was not liking how dark the image was here. Of course, I underexposed to get a better, but it's too magenta for me. 9 points. Okay, less magenta. And yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm in love. Let's move forward. Let's do another great one and then okay, 2 more. One outdoor of the ceremony and one indoor. I'm going to use this reference now. I am going to paste the settings here. Let me check what it does if I just copy and paste the settings from this image to this one. My computer is really struggling. It's very hot today. I'm recording, I'm editing. kind of liked it, a bit crooked. So she was hiding behind trees as I was doing, just not to be in the way of photographers there, but I was still able to capture this beautiful image. Okay, now it's better. Reference. Okay, let's not stress now about the crop. Lifting blacks. Yeah, the thing is that the mask did not work. Update the mask, please. Struggling with detecting the subject and the background. I did a great job. Happier now, much happier. I love it. Before, after. I love it. I just want to lift the blacks from this part of the image, even though it adds a bit of a dramatic effect there. I think this looks perfect. And there's something bothering me here, something red. Perfect, perfect. Okay, one of them indoor, this one, or I thought I had more, or this one. Let's go with this one and use mm, mm, mm. Of the composition. Probably even crop here. That works better. Now, okay. And as for her skin tone, I really am so pleased with it. Before and after, that door behind her is so saturated. So saturated. This is what it was. So Okay. Oh, 5, 3 più 16. Let me check here. So it says 87% of red, 86% of green, 86% of blue. So it's a tad warmer. And let me check her dress somewhere like here, 92, 91, 92. I think it looks great. I kind of like it. No, thank you. I would rather keep my white balance. I like this. They are indoor, just natural light, very far from the window. And this looks great. Would probably like the background to be a tad cooler. Just a tad. Let me see the before and after. Should probably subtract subject. Subject is going to hopefully it should automatically detect all of the people. It did. I'm going to subtract this girl, poor girl, with a brush because it's not detecting her as a subject. But what I was saying is that selecting subject is going to automatically detect all of the people in the image, while selecting, when you do, for example, a new mask, if you create a new mask, if you do select subject, it's going to automatically detect the subjects as individuals, and then you're going to be able to choose on which one of them you want to work. For example, if it's the groom or the bride, while selecting people is going to select all of them as a singular layer, as a singular mask. Am I making sense? So for example, here I want all of them to be detracted from the mask that I added to the background. So that is the reason why I did select people and not subject. If she only had an issue with her skin compared to the rest of the people in the image, I would only select subject, her skin tone, her facial skin, and I would work on that. I hope it's making sense. I love this. Okay, so I'm moving forward. Since it's been 44 minutes that I've been talking, I'm going to move forward. So far, we have edited a few of these images. Let's see which one we edited if Lightroom lets us do that. I'm really pleased with these images. I'm going to show you what I would do after that. I would select all of the red color-coded images since I would have edited all of this. I'm going to only select, it's automatically detecting as edited, also the ones that I did not edit. I'm going to select the ones that we had worked on. This one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. Okay, these are the images that we have worked on. all of these lighting situations are very different. This is the goal of doing what I'm doing, selecting a bunch of images that I'm going to use as a reference while I'm going to edit. Let's pretend that we have a 1200 image catalog or a 800 image catalog, but even in my case, with just 100 images, it's going to be faster for me to edit those 100 images when I'm going to start. And most importantly, I'm going to do a better job at keeping the whole catalog cohesive, because I do have very strong, very effective anchor images that I can reference to for each lighting situation. So I'm not going to use this as an anchor image when I'm going to edit the portrait session at sunset, which is a completely different lighting situation. And I'm not going to use this one. So I'm just now going to finish editing the red color-coded images and then do another round of revision. I might tweak these to have a more cohesive selection of references, and then I'm going to use those to edit the rest of the catalog. Let me know if you want to see more of these videos. I hope this was helpful, and let me know if you have any questions. I cannot wait to see the final edited results. Thank you so much for watching.